What's going on, everybody? Back out here tonight to do another predictive, preemptive cryptocurrency video for you all tonight. Tonight we're gonna skip the intro. We're gonna skip everything, get straight to the decode for the next few days. You know, go at this one take, no cuts, like we always do. Share with you my thoughts on the next few days with the markets, and use the code to predict what's going to happen ahead of time and share it with you guys. In the last videos I've spoken about this November 1st date, this 11/1, this 1/11 date that we are on today, and that I was looking forward to it. I see it's very interesting as we transition into the next few days. I've spoken time and time again about a 56, 57, 58 day bottom that could come in. We're approaching another one, and we'll see that in the charts as we pull that up tonight. We're approaching the new moon of the month of November, and we know that November is the month of Bitcoin, and we're in the 44th week of the year. Very, very important as we approach this new moon, the Beaver Moon, you guys. Very important, and we'll get to that in the decode tonight. We'll be touching base back on Rosh Hashanah and the start of the Jewish Hebrew New Year, which was 55 days from today. So that's how long it's been, since September 6th, and the start of the Shemitah on the 7th. And we know the Shemitah is a 7-year sabbatical cycle. It means release in Hebrew, and it's very important. It's used in my work highly, and it's been very vital to predicting what's going to happen next. So let's go ahead and transition the screen for you guys. There's that 55 number we've touched base on, and if you're new to my videos, we hand out red pills and gut checks, and if this is your first one, I definitely suggest that you stop what you're doing and you go back and watch the last two, if not the last month plus worth of work before you come and watch this one. We're gonna make this short tonight. Get straight to it, go over the price charts, and get off of here. I gotta get to work at 3 a.m. So, we see that 55, very important number in our work. We know Satoshi Nakamoto equals 55. Satoshi Nakamoto is Saturn. We know heaven equals 55. Santa equals 55. Satan equals 55. God equals 55. You say God, I say 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay, we see matching numerology with 14. We know Osiris was chopped up into 14 pieces. That 181 is the 42nd prime number, tying you back into Saturn, 42. And we know Yaldabaoth is always pictured with Saturn, you guys. Very important. We went over these things. I expect you to do your due diligence and research. Find your truth in life. But as you do the ancient astrotheological teachings, you find some pretty interesting things. But very important number as we approach the 56th day after the start of Rosh Hashanah tomorrow, which is Tuesday, Martes, which is the day of Mars. Okay, and that's where we're going to be starting tonight. And when we type that in, we see that we get the 11/2/2021. We're getting the 9. And we've spoken about how 9 equals completion. 9 ties us back into the sun. Sun equals 9. And we know the BTC ticker for Bitcoin in the markets equals 9. BTC equals 9. Sun, SUN, equals 9. So very important. Alright, when we add tomorrow's date numerology up, 11 plus 2 plus 20 plus 21, we get 54. So again, Not only when you type tomorrow's date out, you get 9, but when you add it up, you get 54, tying you into Sun, which gives you 54 and 9 for tomorrow's date. Okay? When you add tomorrow's date up, 11 plus 2 plus 21, you get 34. We just transitioned out of the 43rd week of the year. That is the mirror of 34, and are now in the 44th week of the year. Today is Monday, Moon Day, the day of the moon. We're going to be speaking highly on the moon tonight. Last week I said and told you that Bitcoin and crypto was tied to the moon, and tonight and this week I expose and solidify that statement. But there's that 14 again, tying us back into Osiris, tying us back into XRP equals 14. God, Satan, Santa equals 14. So again, very important. Do your research. We know today's date numerology as we transition into this date, the second for tomorrow. Oh man, that's the only thing that went down there. Sorry. As we transition into the second tomorrow, today's date numerology giving us the 111. You know, I've spoken and stated that I think it's important that we speak about this every time we see it. We know that 111 angel number speaks about looking within to discover your purpose in life, about a new phase in your life, about self-worth and confidence. So again, wanted to bring that up. Very important date today. Hope you manifested these things in your life. We also know that 111 ties us back into the sacred cube of Saturn that we live in. And we've exposed this. Boom, boom. All right, but tomorrow being Tuesday, the day of Mars, I think that's very important. We've spoken over the last month as we transition through Libra, and with Mercury being the call sign of Libra, Wednesdays, Miércoles, the day of Mercury, those days were very important, and I came out and did a lot of Wednesday videos, especially last week. That was one that was key for moving forward, and some dates we're going to be talking about as we transition into the month of Bitcoin and into December, as we transition through Hanukkah and into Saturnalia, and as we proceed through the rest of the 21st year and head into the 22nd year of the 21st century. I just definitely think these are some very, very important things to pay attention to, as well as the moon cycles for each and every one of these remaining months. Spoken about this highly, still believe that, it's important, and we're going to see this come into fruition as we continue to decode this Saturn, Moon, Earth matrix, scripted reality that we live in. Continue to come out here, sometimes, most of the time, days ahead of time, and give you foolish things, undeniable, indisputable evidence that, what the markets are going to do. Again, volatility to the markets, not up or down. I don't try to call up or downs, but I do try to use the moon cycles to give hints at what I think. So that's very important. Do your own due diligence. I don't have all the answers. I'm just trying to crack the code that works for me and helps me gain life-changing wealth, and has been proven time and time again on this channel over a year now to work. So very important. We know all this talks about tomorrow comes back to the fact that it is from Rosh Hashanah and the Shemitah, 56 days into the new year, which is 8 weeks. We know that 8 is very important. We know El EL equals 8. L is another term for Saturn. Again, I've exposed this. Superman, the son of El, the son of Saturn. Stranger Things, the girl El, Saturn. Okay, very important. But L equals 8. 8 weeks, 56 days. 8 times 8 is 56. So very important. Date tomorrow, I do believe that we need to pay attention to as we, again, add that up. It gives you the 54. We see the 18 tying us back into Venus. 1881. We see the 9 tying us back into the sun with a 54. And we know BTC gives us 9. Very important. We know it also gives us 7 in the BTC ticker. So these are some things that I found very interesting. When we type in tomorrow's date, another way that we like to do on this channel, and we type it in November 2nd, 2021, we see that 22. We know that 22 ties us back to Jesuits 22 and reset 22. We see that 25, which ties us back into the BTC ticker with the 25 we get in the ticker for the BTC and Bitcoin. That 19 tying us back into Ra, the ancient sun god. And when we see that 37, you guys, that's very important because we know that 58 ties us back into the Puppet Master, the 58th card in the Tarot deck, which is the Trapped and Limited card, letting us know that we are in a Trapped and Limited realm, a Tetragrammaton box controlled by the Puppet Master. Do your research on the 58th element. Alchemy is turning lead into gold. Alchemy and alchemology is the mix between numerology and alchemy. And we know 58 equals Puppet Master. But when we see that 70 or that 37 or that 73, we need to remember that that ties us into Zeus, Jupiter. My bad. But that ties us back into Jupiter or Zeus with a 37. There's that 21. There's that 19. Very important things for tomorrow. Very, very important. But matching numerology with a 19 and 37 right there. Can't make these things up, you guys. Very important date tomorrow, I do think. Yeah, a lot of the things I've been putting in I see aren't going down there, and I'm sorry about that, so I'm losing my train of thought. But it's okay. I hope you'll rewind the video if you did too, and just listen to it. Think of it as a podcast tonight. Just trying to get off here quick. Got another important day at work tomorrow. I haven't slept any. Got to be up at 2:30 a.m. A little bit earlier this morning, in the morning. So, just trying to rush through this because I know this is a date that I've been speaking about as we transition into the new moon, the new Beaver moon of November, the month of Bitcoin. I just want to go ahead and come out and not be ahead of the game. But again, this 56 days from Rosh Hashanah, and as we talk about approaching this new Beaver moon, the new moon, we need to remember that the moon is Isis, which gives us that same 56. Gives us 52 as well, and there's that 8. Tying us back into El Yaldabaoth, Apep, the life, death, rebirth, reincarnation. Alright. I mean, Ouroboros. Anyways, I'm just saying. But we see that 56. So, very important date tomorrow as we approach the new moon. We know the moon cycles 3 to 5 days before, on, or 3 to 5 days after tend to bring new or bullish or bearish energy depending on the moon. New moons are bullish. Full moons are bearish for the markets. Remember that. So definitely think this is very important. We know Bitcoin in the BTC ticker, it equals 56. And I'll go ahead and say that and show you guys in case you're new. But there's that 7, that 25, that 56 that we've talked about, that 9 that we've spoken about tonight. Very important things for tomorrow's date. Very powerful number as well. 56 is 8 weeks. We know this. But the sum of 56 is 28, which is a perfect number. And do your research on that. Powerful number right there. I'm just saying. It really is. And we're going to speak on that later. But we'll get there. Beaver moon in the 44th week of the year coming up on November 4th, which if you 11 times 4 is 44, and we're in the 44th week of the year, and this is the new moon, which we know it's the Beaver moon. Oh man, that gives us the 44 and the 52 that we're talking about. There's that 47 that ties us back into time, 47. Oh man, this is crazy. But it gets really deep because we're in the 44th week of the year in the 11th month, and the new moon, the new Beaver moon, comes on the 4th day. 11 times 4 is 44, and we know Demi Urge gives us that 40. Oh man, I spelled that wrong. Demi Urge gives us that 44. Very important. There's that 28, but the mirror of, which is 82. The demiurge, the yin and the yang, black and white, good and bad. I'm just saying. Because you're made up of 23 chromosomes from your mom and 23 chromosomes from your dad, making up the 46, the yin and the yang. All right. Anyways, the X and the Y. All right. So very important week. We just transitioned into Scorpio, correct? And Scorpio, we stated in our past video, is the Scorpion, which gives us that same 44 and that same 46, that same 17 that ties us all the way back into Zeus back here. 71, 17, mirror. We've spoken of these things. We live in a mirror verse, and we know mirror gives us that same 71, 44, and that same 46. There's that 18 tying us into Venus. Venus, the goddess Lucifer. Lucifer, the goddess Venus, I mean. I'm just saying. We've exposed this. Astrotheology, numerology, gematria, alchemy, alchemology, numerologic value of pi, and the periodic table of elements, etc., etc. It's an algorithm. And we're going to see this week be a very, very important week. Why? Because it ties us into the most important week of the year, Rosh Hashanah. And I prepared y'all for that for a month plus. And I'm, trying to prepare you for this week too. I do believe I've stated for months that all we've done was get in the car, close the door, and hit push to start. We just buckled up, you guys. And I do believe that we are about to pop the clutch and hit 0 to 60 real quick. 0 to 100 even faster. So remember that. Just my opinion, not financial advice. Due diligence is done here. Been in this market for years, researching for years, and it shows, obviously. So tomorrow being the 56 days from Rosh Hashanah, tying us into the moon and Isis, tying us into Bitcoin. Very important as we transition into 11.3. We know that 113 number is very powerful in the XRP community, but it's 57 days from Rosh Hashanah, and we know that Rosh Hashanah, well, doesn't it? Well, I'll be damned. It gives us that same 57 in full reduction. Very powerful. We just exited the 43rd week of the year. There's that 24 tying us back into Jupiter and its logo with its thunderbolt. Okay, and that 12 because we dropped the 0 in numerology because it has no value. 0 is the womb. It gives birth to all numbers. That's its one and only law. Okay, and 12 being the reverse ordinal of 21, Saturn. Okay, so very important. We know Rosh Hashanah giving us that 57, and we're going to see a bunch of those as tomorrow, and the 3rd of November is the 57th day of the Jewish Hebrew New Year, 5782. Remember that. But as you add up the date of Rosh Hashanah, September 7th, 2021, it gave you 57. So 9 plus 7 plus 20 plus 21 equals 57. Rosh Hashanah equals 57. 2 days from now is the 57th day from Rosh Hashanah, and we're approaching the new moon. We know moon gives us 57. Okay, very powerful. There's that 21. Okay, but moon equals 57. Mars, we approach Mars, the day of Mars tomorrow. Mars gives us 57. Okay, Scorpio is governed by Mars and Pluto. So, very important Tuesdays all month this November. Definitely keeping an eye on them. Wednesdays were important during Libra. I believe Tuesdays, Martes, the day of Mars, will be important during November. Wednesdays were important during October. If I said they were important during November right there, I don't know if I messed up or not, but I want to correct that if I did. But again, very important. All this bringing us back to the moon and, Isis, back to Mars. Very important. Astrology. Okay, it's not evil. But November 4th, the new moon. Okay, the new beaver moon. At least 57 days left in the year. Do you start to see how this code every single day is scripted by an architect and a creator greater than this one they gave you in this story? Because remember, the story was written by man, human. Okay? Words have meanings, and they have definitions for a reason. Do your research. Red pills, gut checks on this every single day. But just very important things to look out for. We expose the moon cycles. We're approaching the new moon. We're about to see the month of Bitcoin. Dominance come back. It's about to rip and roar. Hit 69, 72K. Next stop, 81. Why? Because the numbers tell us this. We know these things. Straight to 73K after. Why? Zeus, the mirror of 37, is 73. Jupiter. Okay? So very important. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And what we're going to see. I think we're going to see that potential pullback. I've been so eagerly impatient for it. That I've warned you guys about. It's going to be bought up so quick your fucking head will spin. Pardon my French, ladies, if you're listening. But hey, it's safe to say that crypto is a frickin' sausage fest. Let's just be honest. There's some ladies out there, but not a lot. But as we transition into the 3rd of November, we know that's very important. As you add up 11 plus 3 plus 20 plus 21, you get the 55. When we type that in the date calculator, 11 3 2021, we're getting that 10. Sums to 1. We know that's just connection to source, connection to this matrix body we are in. Go watch the Matrix 1, 2, and 3 if you haven't. Watch it esoterically. Don't just watch it with, don't just watch it. Just watch it and pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Understand that you are Neo. But anyways, we know that 55 date numerology, when added up on November 3rd, is very important. It ties us back into Satoshi Nakamoto, God, Saturn, Satan, Satoshi, Santa, Yaldabaoth, Heaven, all the 55s we get. 5 plus 5 is 10. 55 is the 10th Fibonacci number. Okay? Anyways, it gets deeper than that. But when we type it in November 3rd, like we like to on our channel, we're getting that 59. We're getting that 23, 38, 20, and 26. I just see that 23 powerful because it ties us into Crown 23. It ties us into Corona 23. Ties us into Bitcoin 23. So again, I think it's, just something to watch out for as we transition through this 44th week of the year, the Demiurge 44, Beaver Moon 44, Scorpion 44, transhumanism equals 44. Anyways, red pill. 11 times 4 on the new moon date equals 44 because we're in the 11th month. Just saying. That date, when written out, you guys, 11, 4 gives you the 11. Okay? For the 11th month we're in. 114. We've spoken about this number in the last 2 videos. Go do your research if you haven't watched it. And watch some videos. Go do your own research on that number. Very powerful number. Boom, boom. Yep. This day is a Thursday. Thursday, the day of Jupiter. That's very important because, when we type in November right here, like we like to do on this channel, for the 4th, we get that 27 and that 24. Tying us back into Jupiter's logo, you guys. Okay? So, we know this is Thursday, the day of Jupiter, November 4th, the new moon, giving us matching numerology to Jupiter's logo, Saturn. And, well, Jupiter gives us that 27. Okay? Well, we also know that, not only that, doesn't Thursday also? Yeah, Thursday, the day of Jupiter, gives us that 27 as well. So when we type out November 4th, 2021, we get the 27 and the 24 tying us into Jupiter. The 24 being the 42, the mirror of 42, Saturn 42, and it gives us that 21. So again, undeniable things. This day leaves 57 days left in the year, and we know that's important because Society of Jesus equals 57. Very important. Why do you think they got that 187? I heard it was because they were God's assassins, but I'll behave. I'm just saying. There's that 56 tying us back into, everything we've been talking about tonight. Why is it so important? Oh yeah, because this sum is 28, which is a perfect number. Do your research on that 28. I'm just saying. The 82. Just saying. Beaver Moon gave us that 52, didn't it? 52 ties us back into Enlil 52, ties us back into Isis 52, ties us back into Earth. Because we live on Earth in this tetragrammaton box. 29 that ties us back into Yaldabaoth. Okay, Yaldabaoth equals 29. That's 17, which is the mirror of the 1771 we get in Zeus, God, and Satan. So I'm just saying, very important things. Undeniable that we live in a scripted matrix, Saturn Moon reality here on Earth. If you haven't watched The Truman Show, just go watch it. It's a really good movie. And there are others out there too. But very important. Remember the 5th of November. The 5th of November leaves 56 days left in the year. See how scripted this is? You see what I'm saying? Like 11 plus 5 plus 20 plus 21 equals 57. The 44th week of the year is the week of 56s and 57s this year, while we're in the year of Saturn. The tarot card for the 20th and 21st year equals Judgment and World. So you got the World card and the Judgment card for 2020 and 2021. So is that telling us that the world is under judgment? I'm just wondering. As we're in this year of Saturn, I'm just saying, we've spoken about this for a year. It just makes me wonder. As we type in new moon, because we know Jupiter is highly tied to the new moon, and we exposed this a month or so ago, 99, 36, 27. Very powerful. We see Jupiter is very tied, is highly tied to the new moon that's coming up in a few days, giving us that 99, 36, 90, 27. We know that 27 is very powerful, ties us back into Ripple 27, Ripple and XRP, Ripple 27. We know currency equals 27, heaven equals 27, ritual equals 27, and so does Thor's Day, the day that the new moon this month falls on. Scripted, we know Gaia, who is Mother Nature, who runs Earth. Okay? And her one and only rule is chaos. Gives us that 27, ties us back into Venus, the morning star, the light bearer, the goddess Lucifer. I'm just saying, very important as we approach these dates. Remember the 5th of November. Definitely think as we transition into the 45th week of the year, we know Bitcoin equals 45 in numerology. Could this be the year the week we start to see it break towards 72K? We'll see it struggle to hit 70 because 69 is going to hold it up. Why? Because of Saturn, you guys. The yin and the yang. The duality. You guys. Point blank period scripted. You cannot make these things up. Just very important, you guys. Definitely think the next few days are going to be explosive. I think we could see price action in, both directions. But I definitely think this sideways volatility is coming to an end now that we transition out of Samhain and into the month of Bitcoin. And we've spoken about this time and time again. As we pull up the price charts, we see Bitcoin's sitting at $61,381 right now. Nice. Let's check it out. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me see what's going on right here real quick. Those are moon phases. New moons, full moons, bullish, bearish. See our Bollinger Bands. Let's hide the moon phases. See our Bollinger Band top and bottoms. Top, bottom, median, somewhere. Alright, this is the median of the Bollinger Band. Right here, we're right underneath it. So, we're no longer holding the Bollinger Band as support. We saw the last 3 days we were, selling off into the Bollinger Band. We've broken below it basically all 3 of these days. We've had 2 daily closes below the Bollinger Band median now. That's kind of bearish. Could we see a retest of the bottom side Bollinger Band around $57,000? That wouldn't even be surprising to see it add up with one of these, like November 4th, 57 days left at the end of the year, or, maybe when November 5th, remember the 5th of November, could we see it retest 57K? Crypto Twitter freaks the fuck out while we liquidate leverage traders, because I do believe a couple weeks ago I told you, remember, they're going to liquidate you again on the way back up. This is the end. This is why I've warned you about this time approaching for the last 2 weeks. Okay, but 11/5/2021 added up gives you 57. Just very important. you know, we could see a test of the bottom side Bollinger Band. We see that that is our 34-day moving average right there at 57K. And there's that 55 at 54. We know that's still an area we've spoken about. Sun equals 54. Bitcoin equals 45. The mirror of 54. Very important. Bitcoin is the sun. It is Sol. It is Ra. It is Helios. We exposed this in my last video. Go do your research and watch it. I don't expect everybody to believe these things, but if you actually do the work and the due diligence, you'll probably come to the same conclusion. And then maybe you'll be able to utilize the code, and then maybe you'll be able to make life-changing wealth with us. But I basically give it to you, like, everything I'm doing you can do too. I mean, you might just have to do a little bit more reading, but I've already done that reading. So, and I do more every day. So, point blank period. Yeah, I think that's about it, you guys. For the code. Straight into the price charts, but again, holding support right now above the 21-day moving average, underneath the 13-day moving average. Definitely watching that. We see Bitcoin's been rejected a few times off of this previous Fibonacci extension level, which is the 3618. Okay, so we're looking to break that, hold it as support. I mean, we probably won't even do that. We'll probably just blow past it, you guys. We probably won't break it and then come back and test it. Like, I really don't see that. Unless we do it on like a smaller 1 minute, 5 minute, 3 minute time frame. And it does it real quick. But I just see it when we break this, we're in price discovery until we stop. Point blank period. Maybe we retest after 72. I don't know, but I don't see a retest right here. I don't see the significance in that. I don't know. I could be wrong there, but we'll see what happens. Definitely gonna pull up my other chart real quick in case there's something I'm missing. RSI on Bitcoin, sitting at 57. Wow. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Like, I ain't even looked at this all day, you guys. I really haven't. But this number's powerful right now in Bitcoin. Society of Jesus equals 57. Rosh Hashanah equals 57. We're approaching the 57-day mark from then. And we're approaching the 57-day left in the year mark. We've got a date numerology coming up that adds to 57 on Remember the 5th of November. A day that leaves 56 days left in the year. You can't make these things up. Society of Jesus equals 56. Bitcoin equals 56. Crater Earth equals 56. Maybe it's Hollow Earth. One of the two. It's crazy. Ether, the air that the gods breathe, equals 56. Huh. I don't know. Helps me make life-changing wealth. Astrology, astrotheology, mythology, and you know what I'm saying. Greek mythology. I'm just saying. Way before the English language. I was noticing that we see from this microcycle first breakout on the 15th of October till, well, how about that? 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November. That's 21 days. Could that be how long we trade sideways with a potential, dip down here that's balled up faster than your fucking head can spin? Sorry, pardon my French. But, I think that's coming. I've called for it. I've been so patient. I think it's coming. The moving indicators are there. Retests to the lower levels are there. Let's see it happening. That'd be bullish. Hold support. Blast off. Let's go. New all-time highs as we approach the second, third week of November. And we transition into Hanukkah. Point blank period. I think we'll be explosive around the full moon of November and December. Not bearish. Moon indicators don't matter no more at the end of the year. I'm telling you now. We'll see this come into fruition. But very important date that we're watching out for. Why? It's the day after the new moon. We're still bullish. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Point blank period. I think this is very valuable. Just thinking, you guys. I don't know. I really don't care what the charts are doing. I'm just utilizing the code tonight, you guys. Honestly, indicators, they're holding tight. I mean, they're bunching up right here. Which shows me that a potential quick dip is possible. Not a crash, not a dump, just a quick liquidation of whack leverage traders that think they're gonna, outsmart the algorithm. I don't know, but we do see these 200 double and 200 exponential moving averages down here at I'll be down. Oh shit. You see them down here at 54, 53,000. So very important that 54 still. But one thing I'm noticing. Our 200 exponential moving average has crossed that 200 double exponential moving average, and that is bullish. Like that's an indicator we're definitely waiting on. Like we can call that the pioneer cross, because like that's definitely something we're waiting on for XRP, and then it'll go up so quick that you better have limit orders set to sell it. But that's how XRP works. But very bullish for Bitcoin right there. Definitely any downside we might see in the next few days definitely proves that I think we'll hold support somewhere in this 54, 55, 56, 57K range, and be on our way to new all-time highs again. That's about it for Bitcoin. I'll stop right there. We'll take a look at the MACD real quick because, again, just going to wait to play out the next few days because I see a lot of things in the code that show me it could be volatile. MACD's bearish still. Don't think we've got much time left. We see changes in the indicator. So let's see what happens. We'll play the next few days out and then we'll come back and see what happens. XRP, and then we're out of here. Polkadot though, let's look at it real quick because we know we came out in our last Wednesday video last week, and we spoke about Polkadot, and it's blasted past the Fibonacci extension, the one level, and we're about to head to $75 at the 1618 point blank period. That's our next stop. Next stop after that, we know. Well, I'll be damned. Look at that. 114. $114. Very powerful. Very powerful. Polkadot's on its way. Proving that we're still in a bull run. Forget any narratives you hear, bud, that might scare you out of the markets. We're not going to see this thing crash until after it's done. Point blank period. But Polkadot, very bullish on that. We came back, obviously, had a false breakout. Daily close right there. Came back so far, retested the top side of the Bollinger Band. We're about to blast off again. Next stop, $75 Polkadot. Very bullish on this project. We've been holding it since like roughly under 20 bucks, I believe. I'd have to ask Killer Cam XRP where we bought in under this before the breakout, I do believe. But definitely bullish on this project. Back to XRP. Cam, don't forget to get your game on the 5th. Call of Duty. Remember the 5th of November. MACD on XRP. We're trying to flip it bullish. That is bullish. We're still bearish. That is bearish. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on this, you guys. But that's just on the daily time frame. As we zoom out, we're not in doubt. Remember that. RSI is at 51 on XRP. Well, we're way up from that 30 range that I told you guys. Anything in the 30 is nice. 38 is nice. We hit it again down here. Will we see under $1 XRP again? Maybe one more time. If we're lucky. Better have an order set. If Bitcoin dips, we'll hang out. We'll go back down there around that dollar range, I believe. We're at $1.09 right now. A daily close yesterday on the first, it was $1.09. That's bullish. Got to get back up here to $1.33 roughly. $1.25, $1.33 to break above this trend line. The most powerful trend line in XRP charting history. Only on my channel, no one else's. You won't find it out there. Very powerful trend line. We'd like to break, hold its support on our way to new all-time highs. We've spoken about this. Indicators, moving averages look bullish. XRP is battling to break above and hold support of the median of the Bollinger Band, like we were talking about on Bitcoin. Same thing. So will we see a quick rejection and test this bottom side at around $1.03? We'll see what happens. $1.02. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I do think 96 cents will hold as our new low, our new higher low. Don't think we'll ever see 86-cent launchpad theory again. We knew Ripple equaled 86 in numerology. Very important that we had that as our launchpad theory. And, we hit it several times, and now we blasted off, and I think we've confirmed that might be the last time we ever see under 90 cent XRP, 86 cent XRP. We'll have to see what happens. I do think it can come all the way back down to $1, $2 in the next bear market and trade there sideways for months. We'll see what happens. But that's a long time from now. We'll have to take things one day at a time. All right, you guys. I'm just looking at some things. Probably gonna see if I can zoom in. Maybe it won't freeze up on me. Yeah, we see our 200 exponential moving average sitting there around 94 cents. I do see that coming up as we move up or as we continue to consolidate sideways. I do see that inching up. All our moving averages are somewhat in bullish posture. They're in the right placement. At least they're all congested right there. I see a potential sharp dip real quick. Not far, but quick possible liquidation in the markets. Squeeze out some weekends. Throw a FUD and some narrative and some news that Bitcoin was banned, or I don't know, something was hacked and they demanded crypto, or I don't know, some kind of narrative. News follows the charts. Anyways, definitely want to say something before I get off here. And this, we see a lot of new investors in the markets, and I'm not experienced, not financial advice. None of this is just me documenting my journey into the digital decade and the new quantum financial system, the evolution of money, and the greatest transition of wealth me, you, your kids will ever witness in our lifetimes. And I've stated this. This is my own work, due diligence, and hard work given to you for free, just because, I want you to succeed. But you have to do your own due diligence. But we see people coming into the markets making their first investments into things like Rocket and Shiba Inu. Yes, we speak about Shiba Inu on this channel, but we've invested in the dip. We've prepared you in time for that over a 144-day period for this profit-taking opportunity that we are seeing in Shiba Inu now. It was used as a gamble and a money-making opportunity, and we knew that. And, I want you to be very, very careful on what you put your money into and who you follow. The things that I'm hearing people say are truly just, apparently people just love throwing money away, and apparently people hate making money, which is why they don't listen to valued advice from others, and why they think they know it all, and why they just put their money into things like Cum Rocket and Shiba Inu, because they think it's going to make them a millionaire overnight and they can quit their jobs and retire. I mean, I think, I guess that's the mentality. I mean, I don't know, but I definitely don't want to speak bad on anybody, you guys, but I think we should, we're about to watch the biggest economic collapse this world has ever freaking witnessed. Your modern day Babylon of America will fall, and I've stated these things. And, we've printed more money in the last year and a half than in the past 214 plus years combined. 45% of all money ever printed was printed in 13 months, you guys. They devalued your dollar and purchasing power and ability that it's affected your grandkids that aren't even born yet. And what do we all have in common? I don't care who you voted for. I don't care your preference on right or wrong, you're left or right, you're black or white, you're big or fat or skinnier. I don't care, none of it. We all have the economy in common, and when it tanks, we all will suffer, and we were warned that this would happen. It has been a long, planned out 50-plus year plan by the private Western central bankers that established this Federal Reserve and monetary system that we have been utilizing since 1913. None of us were around then, so you can't tell me that it doesn't work like that now, John. Okay, you're right. Why's your dollar say Federal Reserve note then? Why ain't money been money since the 1800s? Because you put your faith in the banking system that uses quantitative easing and fractional reserve banking, that since the pandemic now loans out 100% of your money when you put it in there, and they give you digits on a screen, and you keep this Ponzi scheme going. But if the people took their money at the bank, what do you think would need a bank anymore? Anyways, they ain't got your money. $28 trillion in debt, and we'll be at 45 in fucking 2025. And you think they got your money? It's been gone. Point blank period. Get prepared. Red pills, always. Take care. God bless you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Watch the next few days as we approach this explosive 44th week of the year. We knew Ethereum was battling in the 42nd week of the year. It was battling to break 4,300. We didn't see it till the 43rd week of the year, and I prepared you for that. I asked you, would it do it? And we saw it do it. Of course it would do it. It's scripted. Thanks for tuning, you guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Got to get up in a few hours. God bless, and we'll see you soon.